Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Wednesday the 31st of May and I'm Nigel Croft. In this video we'll be looking at 2 US stocks and 2 UK stocks. In the US we'll be looking at Extended Stay, which last night announced it's doing a secondary offering of around $440 million. We'll see how that could affect the share price. We'll also look at Barrett, where the shares are looking vulnerable for a move to a new low. And in the UK, we'll look at stocks that look good. TUI has come out with figures today and is into resistance, but it looks like the momentum is going to carry it forward. And RSA Insurance, where it's moving into new high ground and looks like it's going to go higher. So starting with Extended Stay, and you can see that the announcement yesterday of this secondary offering already hit the share price. It had been consolidating around the rising 20-day moving average, but now we've had a distinct move below that average, which will now start to roll over. The next support is seen just about at the 50-day moving average, which is at 17.12. With the fall, we've seen the RSI, it's moved back to marginally above 50.08, but with a move sideways or down today will move below the 50 and indicative of negative momentum. Likewise, the MACD are rolling downwards. On the weekly chart, here doesn't look quite as bad as the daily. We're getting this pattern of flag and move up, this step pattern. This could just be another step. However, you can see that the steps do follow a significant downside move. It's had 4 or 5 weeks on the trot where it's been down. At the moment we're only into the second week, so there could be another couple of weeks to the downside. Support would come in at the 20-week average, 17.06. Here the RSI and MACD not as bad as they are on the daily. On the 4-hour chart, you can see we've had a flag. Again, it found support at the 20 and the 50 moving averages. However, we've now moved below that on yesterday's move. We've also broken the pattern of higher lows, so broken the trend, and really here further consolidation should be expected. The RSI is now indicative of negative momentum. It's moved back below 50, and the MACD has just started to flash a sell signal. So on Extended Stay, the key levels to watch are resistance at the 20-day. That's going to start rolling down at 17.78, and the support at the 50-day, 17.12, with support below there at 17.06. Barrett Corp been quite active this week. It's moved significantly down, back below the moving averages. Negative momentum with the RSI moving down to 39.68. This looks like it could move to new low ground. There is a support level around about 3.4 that may hold initially, and may even create a double bottom, but that would be a bit speculative. I expect further downside. 20 and the 50-day are now moving down quite strongly and will cause resistance to any upside at 3.84 and 4.04. On the weekly, the picture does not look any better. Got the moving averages, which created a bearish cross back in early April, and are tracking down. If they catch up, the 20-week will push this market lower. Here you can actually see a bit more support back from January 2016 and February. If it moves down there, that's still a big percentage decline. On the 4 hour, again, it all looks bad. We're about to get the 24-hour moving average cross through the 54-hour, both moving in a downward direction. That, I believe, will give the push down to test the supports, as I said, at that 3.4 level. MACD negative, RSI down at 37.47 in a downtrend. Looking at the support resistance, key supports, there is some support at 3.5, and then, as I said, 3.42. On the upside, any move there will be limited by the 20-day 3.84 and the 50-day at 4.04. Moving into the UK, a couple of stocks that do look good. This is TUI, come out with figures today. It's moving into a kind of a final resistance, into this kind of resistance level that I'm just trying to turn the cursor off, that we saw on the push up in February, and then we're breaking above the resistance that we saw in early May. Moving averages did create a golden cross back in early May, giving the push upwards. They're all moving up. RSI is in a solid uptrend and is at 64, showing it positive momentum, and MACD just starting to flash a buy signal again. So it all looks good. There is a bit of resistance, and you can see that on the weekly, that we are going into resistance. But again, the momentum is so strong in this stock, one would expect further upside. RSI here in an uptrend, 51.9, and the MACD, again, short term, just moved above the long term, indicative of a buy. On the 4 hour chart, you can see the push up on this into new high ground, and we've just had a cross of the 20 and the 50 hour averages, which is a bullish sign. Again, the MACD's shouting buy, and the RSI showing positive momentum. So that was very quick and very bullish. On the support resistance, we've got resistance 1231, then 1257. With supports, those rising moving averages 1161 and 1131. Last stock for today is RSA Insurance. This is now pushing into new high ground. All the momentums are positive, and one should expect further upside. You could even say we've got a reverse head and shoulders, although this right shoulder is well above the left shoulder, but we are breaking to the upside, and that pattern is confirmed. But really, we're getting the trampoline effect off the 20-day moving average, and further upside should be expected. RSI, okay, it's sideways. It's not in an uptrend, although in the short term it is, but it's positive at 67.48. MACD are flatlining as well. On the weekly, you can see the push up to new high ground. RSI and MACD showing positive momentum, and very quickly on the 4 hour, again you can see that we're getting the trampoline effect off the moving averages. The 24-hour moving average has now moved back above the 50. It's all very positive. RSI up at 67, MACD positive. On the support resistance, there's no resistance, we're in new high ground. Support would come in 617.76, 606.5. So that's been TA for traders, looking at 4 stocks. I hope you found the video of interest. Sorry I had to rush through them somewhat, but there were, especially Bill Barrett looked very negative. TUI and RSA looked very positive, and on extended stay, let's see how the secondary affects the price, but it has broken to the downside, and so we expect to move down to the 50-day moving average. Sorry I had to rush through those, but they were quite straightforward technically, and the charts told the story. Please remember these videos are for educational purposes only and are my opinions, and in no way are they meant as an investment recommendation. Thanks for watching this video. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. I'm putting videos on as often as I can, and you'll get an email update when that happens. Thanks for watching, and please do read the disclaimer.